Hello, I hope all is well. I want to say thanks for joining me today. It's indeed a pleasure for me to be able to really talk about artificial intelligence. And I want to talk about teaching and learning with AI. And I want to say that it's the future of education. As a matter of fact, things are going to change drastically, as you can already see. Imagine a classroom where AI helps every student learn at their own pace, where teachers have smart assistants to handle grading and lesson planning. It's a wonderful place to be, isn't it? While technology fosters deeper engagement. This is the future. This might sound a bit futuristic, right? What I just said. But I want to say that it's already happening. Today we're exploring how AI is transforming teaching and learning and what that means for the future of education. As a matter of fact, Bill Gates already think that this is already happening at a very fast pace than expected. What is AI in education? And I want to say that AI in education is already revolutionizing, of course, our education. And it's not about replacing teachers, but by enhancing what they do. Many individuals suggest that, AI might take their jobs, but I want to say it's not. Think about an AI intelligent co pilot capable of analyzing students' progress and, of course, personalizing content and automating routine tasks. On reflection, one of AI's most powerful applications in education is its ability, of course, to be a teaching assistant, to guide students in ways that you cannot even imagine yet. Imagine you're just assigning an assignment and you want to guide students, and one student is having a problem, of course, with this situation. You, of course, deploy an AI assistant. This assistant would provide personalized, of course, instructions and give feedback as the student navigates that pathway, of course. Now, that student might have to wait a bit, but the AI assistant is already there to analyze using data to get that student the information. Of course, that will require leveraging of data. Now, AI powered tools such as Grammarly, ChatGPT can analyze writing and make suggestions in real time, and even tailor feedback for students based on the skills that they're at. Now, I want to say that one of the biggest pathway I've ever seen, and it's always going to be talked about when you're talking about artificial intelligence, is the issue of personalized learning. What a world it is. I can now have a differentiated lesson for every student. And if a student does not grasp a concept, I can quickly deploy an assistant or leverage AI to support that student by giving extra time, extra support, and of course, everything that is tailored for that student using the data. I want to say that traditional education has struggled to accommodate differences. And of course, what we realize now is that AI can do that. AI driven platforms can assess individuals' strengths, their weaknesses, and of course, adapt lessons in real time. And of course, the future is content will also be flexible enough to be adapted in real time, of course, with external updates. Instead of saying we differentiate by our teaching practice throughout, we can truly now leverage AI in such a way that we apply a personalized, differentiated instructional approach to every student. AI, of course, will personalize learning, as I stated before, and every student will be able to progress at the pace that they are able to. No teacher will say that they have already taught the concept and everyone should learn because, of course, that's not how the ideal world works. You know, students will, of course, progress, learn the content, and be given reinforcement to navigate the specifications and the areas that they want. I want to say that AI is not just for students, but it also is a game changer for teachers. Imagine teachers can now have an AI assistant that can automatically generate quizzes, summarize research, and make suggestions regarding differentiated instructions and strategy for students to improve their performance. Instead of spending hours on administrative tasks that I've done, I spent hours when I was a classroom teacher. I can now focus on critical thinking, collaboration, mentorship, and of course, I can truly shape learning. Remember, we have to take information in for that student or students we're teaching to navigate and create a curriculum that is immersive. And I think that's a pathway. We won't have stagnant curriculum, but curriculum that is evolving. And let me tell you that this can only come when we have ethics. You notice I've always gone to ethics. With great power as it relates to our use of AI comes great responsibility. And as AI becomes more integrated in education, we must consider ethical considerations. I've seen so many things happen over the past 3 weeks or so that is very concerning. Who owns the data, we must ask? And how do we prevent bias in data sets and AI models? And how do we ensure that AI benefits all students and not just some who have access to the technology? I want to say that AI has the potential to create inclusive learning environment, but only if we implement it thoughtfully and, of course, within an equitable framework. I know there are some areas that, or some sections in the United States and countries that do not accept the word inclusion, equity, and diversity. But let me tell you, for AI to be successfully integrated into our society, these are fundamental facts that must be aligned: inclusion, equity, diversity. And of course, remember, AI is not just for some, but for all. I want to say that AI is not about the future, but it is the present. It's not about technology replacing teachers, it's about empowering educators and students with the tools that make learning more efficient, engaging, and of course, innovative. We're at a crossroads that we must push on. We can't say that we're not going further as it relates to AI because the future of education is AI powered, teacher led, and of course, student focused. Let us not forget that. And I want to ask the question, are we ready to embrace the future as it relates to AI? Let us shape the future together because I realize that sometimes those who are the key players, users that is, we're not being included. Let me also say that we must understand that with AI and the use of AI comes great responsibility. And I'm saying to you, are you ready for that? Thank you for watching and please subscribe. Have more critical thoughts coming.